So, welcome back to another one of my ASMR videos. So, for this one I am doing another collection, another part of our PlayStation collection. I have enough games that I can do another video after this, but I think then that's it. So yeah, I've got, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for the next one, apparently. Okay. Right. Can't remember how many I had in the last one now. I don't know if it's as many as this or not. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's a complete mixture here. So the last collection video I did was all video games that I played, whereas this one, or I've attempted to at least, whereas this one is, it's got some that I've played, but there's actually quite a few in here that I haven't played before. But we'll go through them anyway. I think to start off with, I'll go for this fun looking one. Sonic Heroes Platinum Edition. Don't think I played this. Can't remember now. Oh no, I may have actually, briefly. Parts of it. Okay, so join the team. The world is at its knees, and this time it will take more than the power of one hero to put it right. Join Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Rose, and Team, I want to say Chaotix, in all new action blockbuster, as you battle your way through an adrenaline-fueled frenzy of spirals, loops, twists, and turns, while mastering 3 unique hero abilities simultaneously: power, speed, and fly. It's a tough team for a tough job. You have 4 teams, 12 superheroes. Grind rails, fly, race, and power your way through mind-flipping stages. Go head-to-head in awesome multiplayer battles and amazing special character abilities to master. It's pretty cool. So it's not too clear on the back. It's quite busy, so you can't really... You have to really look at it to see all the details, like the pictures and stuff. A bit much. We've got our little brochure inside, brochure leaflet. So, it's in black and white. Boring, but so we've got setting up, all the basic stuff. There's any cheats in here. Oh, it's got all the characters. Okay, Team Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog, age 15. Knuckles the Echidna, age 16. Miles Prower, also known as Tails, he's 8. And then Team Dark, you've got Shadow the Hedgehog. Time of creation is unknown, apparently. E123 Omega, time of creation is also unknown. And then Rouge the Bat is age 17. I don't get that. That's a bit weird. Okay. Team Rose, you've got Amy Rose, age 12. Big the Cat, age 18. And Cream the Rabbit, age 6. And then Team Chaotix, Espio the Chameleon, age 16. Vector the Crocodile, age 20. And Charmy Bee, age 6. Oh, and the enemies, we've got Dr. Eggman, age is also unknown, and Mystery Monster, whose time of creation is unknown. It's probably obvious, isn't it, that I never really invested much into the Sonic games. They always look like fun, like the Wii games and stuff like that, but The next one I have for you is Medal of Honor Frontline, which I don't think I've ever even attempted to play this one before. I'm not big on army of all games. Army shooting games like that, they make me feel really, really, really queasy. So the motion is like really, yeah, doesn't work for me. You don't play, you volunteer, apparently. Armed to the teeth with 18 authentic World War II weapons, outgun hundreds of Nazi soldiers, fight alongside battle-hardened allies, master OSS training, penetrate enemy strongholds, outsmart highly trained SS officers. 19 deadly missions from Overlord to Market Garden. Storm the beaches of Normandy, infiltrate secret weapons facility, sabotage German U-boats, stow away on speeding armoured train, hijack the Nazis' experimental jet plane, and defeat the Nazi war machine. I don't get these games. I don't get the fascination in these games, to be honest. I'll be honest. I mean, I can understand the fighting games, but to relate it to the World War, I find a bit like, is that necessary? I didn't realise that it was all based around that. I'm not sure I agree with that. I think that's a bit... It's obviously probably quite a subjective personal preference thing, but yeah, I don't really understand why it's got to be based around something that was quite horrendous. Okay. It's got a leaflet in this one as well. It's got all like control buttons and things. Apparently you can win medals. Yeah, okay. That's not my thing at all. Okay, more positive. The next one. Brilliant game. I've played this a lot. In fact, seeing it, I might actually have a go on it this evening. Need for Speed Underground with network play. Didn't know we could do that. We never connected our PlayStation up to the internet or anything. I didn't actually realise that you could. The most I knew that you could do with it was obviously play your games, watch DVDs, and that's it. I think. Yeah. It's got the DVD player in it, so yeah, that's the extent of... Yeah. But network play, that's pretty cool, actually. Highly tuned for intense speed. That's really difficult to read, that writing. Look at it, it's like... really plays with your eyes. Unlimited customization. Intense head-to-head competition. Unbelievable sense of speed. Introducing drift and slide with style. 20 of the world's hottest tuner cars. Honda, Nissan, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Peugeot, Ford and more. Unlock hundreds of authentic aftermarket parts, body kits, final kits, wheels, turbo, nitrous and more. Drift, drag and circuit modes, plus all-out fuel-injected online racing. Hot EA games, tracks including Mystical, Crystal Method, Rancid, you know, I heard them for the first time the other day. I didn't know of them as being a band before, and I've played this, I didn't realise, you know, they're actually really cool. Static H, Rob Zombie and P.T. Pablo. So, there is some good songs on here, I have to say. yeah, random ones, but they're pretty cool. This is a brilliant game, and it's one that I can actually do alright with. We used to do like family sort of races and stuff, but like we did with Mario Kart when that bit came around. Like, but even now my brother's got it must be Need for Speed, but on the Xbox. Might be PS3. Might be PS. Oh no, it was Xbox. I'm sure. It wasn't. I can't remember if it was. No, maybe it wasn't Need for Speed. It was either. It wasn't Need for Speed. I don't know what it was. If it was like a really, really new one. So it was very different, like the whole setup and the actual sort of way of the game. Just a modern version, I suppose. That's me saying it's very different. It's just like this is just really old. I don't actually know how old this one is. What is that on the back? 2003. So yeah, this is quite old now compared to the new ones, but yeah, we used to have some good goes on this. I used to be alright actually. My dad, I think out of all of us, was the best, and then my brother came in a close second. Now he's better than my dad, but obviously my dad doesn't really game very often, whereas my brother is very much all the time. But yeah, this is good, like, especially when you get to pimp the car up, like you get to, get the nitrous and the faster cars, and then you get to put the stickers on and tinted windows and everything. It's a good game. I do like that one, and I will have a go this evening. Because it's also one that doesn't make me feel queasy. I think because of the way that it's, I don't know, it just doesn't like swirl around. The next one I have is Sly 2, Band of Thieves, also an epic game. My brother has played this quite a few times and can complete it in what feels like only a few days. I've never completed it, as with most of these games, but I've done quite well. I've managed to get quite far in it actually, but yeah, it's another one that's a bit vomit inducing, but yeah, it's an unusual one. It's good. There's some good challenges in it, and it's good strategy and everything as well. But yeah. Score big with Sly and his gang. Murray the muscle, Sly the master thief, and Bentley the brains. Behind every great heist is a great team, and with Bentley, Murray, and yours truly, you will soon be conjuring up elaborate plans to stay out of trouble. And with so many tricks and traps along the way, in far-off places like Cairo, Paris, and Prague, watch out for who's after who. And staying one step ahead of the bad guys is all in a night's work for ingenious thieves like us. We'll be scampering across rooftops, bypassing alarms, and dodging through shadows in over 80 daring missions. Yeah, it's good. It's a good game, actually. I do like that. It's got good music to that as well. It's good fun. It's got good missions and stuff like that in it. So. I don't know what that is. Ratchet Clank 3. Ratchet and Clank. Sorry. Never heard of that before. It's weird. So we go Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Oh, it's in colour. We've got a good one. That's really cool, actually. The gang are back. Hard to believe it's been 2 years since we stole back all the pages to the thievish raccoonus from that scoundrel. clockwork. Taking down the fiendish five was no easy task, even for a master thief. At least destiny threw me together with you two. Bentley, your intelligence keeps us one step ahead of the bad guys, and Murray, well, every raccoon needs a pal to mow down the enemies, and your expert driving techniques ensures that Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox never catches up with us unless we want her to. Here we go, with all the setup and controls and USB headset. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. My God. Tells you about each character's individual basic moves. I'm more of a sort of learn as you go along. I never actually sit and read these, which my brother probably does, and then that's why he does so well so quickly. Me, I could just kind of, yeah, just sort of see if I can learn it as I go along. It usually has like the tutorial type thing, doesn't it? Like punch for this, whatever, jump for that. But I don't know. Oh my God, there's loads of stuff in here. Oh my God. Inspector Carmelita Montoya Fox. Carmelita is a fourth-generation cop working for Interpol, fruitlessly hunting the Cooper gang for years and always one step behind. She's never managed to catch them. Her interest in Sly borders on obsessive, and it's possible there's more to it than meets the eye. Carmelita is also very black and white in her outlook on crime and criminals. Everyone who breaks the law from littering the streets all the way up to murder is a criminal and should be brought to justice. She's a very emotional woman who has to work constantly to keep her temper in check. Oh, teach 'em young. God. Oh, the ever-lovely and unpredictable Carmelita Fox. She and I have shared quite a few arresting moments over the years. And then you have Constable Naylor. Naylor's deprived childhood growing up in New Delhi gave her the incentive to better herself at university in Britain. While there, she used her strong powers of persuasion to create a homework ring of other students to do her work for her. When the ring was broken, she was discovered. The authorities were so impressed with her skills that they offered her a job at Interpol. They believed she could get inside the head of the criminal element. Constable Naylor is a very charming person who is capable of instilling trust in anyone she speaks with. Jeez. And then these are the bad guys, I think. You've got, oh yeah, these are all the guys in the Claw Gang. Dimitri, he's head of operations from the Claw Gang. I won't read through all their description, their backgrounds. You've got Rajan, who is a self-made man, apparently. Jean Bison, chief transporter. Arpeggio. The mechanical expert. I don't know if that's arpeggio or arpeggio. I don't know if it's two G's. Okay, that's just... apologise if I have that wrong. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh my gosh, actually advertises a USB headset for the PlayStation 2 on the back. Never owned one of them before. I can see why it'd be cool though. We used to have a PlayStation steering wheel for the driving games, Need for Speed and stuff like that. That was really cool. But yeah. So we've got another Medal of Honour. This one is the Rising Sun. Oh, okay, when did I say that? This one. Okay, so this one, an epic single-player adventure. Survive the devastating attack on Pearl Harbor. Battle through the jungles of Guadalcanal to the streets of Singapore. Experience the powerful realities of war. Over 20 authentic World War II weapons, THX certified sound design, all-out online warfare, battle it out in free-for-all and team combat modes, lead your squad to victory with voice chat communications, intense multiplayer combat, engage Japanese forces in 2-player co-op mode, play as Axis or allied soldiers in 4-player combat, and defeat the Japanese Empire, survive devastating banzai charges, and fight alongside battle-hardened allies. It's only a 12, that seems wrong. I don't know. I've got another leaflet here. I've got a whole load of adverts in here. Ah, I remember this thing. This shows you all of the PlayStation games that are available. Well, not all of them, but a fair chunk of them. God. And then you've got the actual one for the game. Here we go. And there you've got your different people, individuals that you can be. Oh my gosh. Loads. And then obviously all your controls and stuff. All the different weapons that you can have. Gosh. I know he's got, honestly, we did have Grand Theft Auto, one of them. I was trying to think whether that was Xbox or what. They're weird games as well. Don't really understand the concept of stuff like that, but whatever. And here we have another Sims one. Sims 2 Castaway. This is a wicked game, but unfortunately I never really got to give it a proper go. I bought it second hand and it's never worked properly. But I bought it quite a long time ago. But what I did get to do was pretty good fun. The graphics weren't great on it, and I always put that down to just the game itself. But then I think it's probably because it was second hand, and that's probably why they got rid of it. But I always liked. It's almost, it had a storyline to it almost, in the sense that, you know, you had different things you needed or wanted to achieve, whether it was finding the cave or finding the monkey, building a raft to get to the other bit of the island, which I did manage to do that. Building like a little hut thing for you to be able to sleep. You have to make your own bed from materials. Learn how to fish. It was a wicked game. Like the theory, it was a brilliant game, but I just never really got to actually enjoy it. I always thought about getting it on the computer instead, because I thought actually that'd probably be better. Which actually I could still do that actually. But I just slows your computer down so much. It's not ideal. Create a new life on a deserted island. After washing ashore on an uncharted island, your Sims must craft items for survival and unravel the island's mysteries. Will your Sims thrive or look for the quickest way home? Create items from scratch that fulfill your Sims' needs. Discover the island's many secrets and explore caves, beaches, jungles, and even a volcano. Design clothes using the island's bounty, and learn new skills including hut building and fishing. Yeah, it used to glitch. I'd try and build the house or hut, and it would never. You just couldn't seem to do it. Like, you could build the framework for it, like all the bamboo, and you get some leaves that you'd get a roof, but then it would never build the walls. And I would try like everything I could think of. But like, looking back, you think probably fine. I was just missing a material. And when I was playing this game, I didn't have a computer with access, or I didn't have a computer, let alone with access to the internet. My parents had internet on their computers, but it was like they were working on them, or you couldn't just go and search on the internet. Like now, my mobile phone, you could call and text on it and play Snake. Good game. So I was playing it in the darker ages maybe. So yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant game. Just a shame. I don't think our PlayStation would be able to take it now. So I said to you in the last video, the Platinum Sims 2, it freezes. Sometimes you could play it for half an hour, sometimes you could play it, give or take that, and it would just freeze, and you can leave it and leave it and leave it and hope that it will kind of just unglitch, and it doesn't. You just end up turning it off. So, and it just sounds like it's going to explode if you play it for too long. So, I don't know. It's really cool actually. This is a very well thought out this. You've got your controls, and then it's got, I remember, gosh, my god, it's been a long time since I've played this. A long, long time. Probably, let's see, 19. I don't know, good. I would say at least 11 years. And it's like you see it as the newspaper clipping in here, right? So when you start the game, it comes up with this. It tells you basically what's happened. So, crew of small craft missing. Torrential storms yesterday altered the course of at least one small sailing boat. Simplicity failed to return to port as scheduled and is now considered to be missing along with the crew. Searchers are uncertain how many sailors were aboard, but are hopeful that the crew might have managed to get to shore on one of the many small uncharted islands in the area. These islands, though deserted, are loaded with resources, claimed Admiral Seek, head of the search and rescue team. Don't know why they had to put such a complicated name in. That seems a bit... That spelling is crazy. Anyway, anyone with a bit of imagination would be able to survive and even thrive if they built a shelter and crafted some items and tools. That's very... I've been watching Lost as well, okay, which is kind of ironic to then be talking about this game. Or coincidental, maybe not ironic. Yeah. You think if that actually happened, you wouldn't be anyone with a bit of imagination. Actually, there's a bit more to it than that. Think about the shock that you've just been through, maybe. Anyway, there are abundant rumours that some of the islands are home to buried treasure, and many also believe that they may hide ancient mysteries deep within their lush jungles. If the missing sailors manage to get ashore, rescuers maintain that they have a strong chance of surviving. It's a good game. Very, very good game. Yeah, so we've got tells you about cooking meals, crafting creature comforts. Let's face it, your sim has some time on their hands and not many luxuries. However, with a bit of imagination and some elbow grease, they can make things that will help improve their quality of life. If only your sim had a work area. Wait, maybe those 2 rocks and a couple of pieces of driftwood would make a nice workbench. Once your sim has a workbench, you can direct them to make clothing, tools, certain resources and wall-hanging art by selecting it and choosing craft. Objects that will be placed on the ground don't require a crafting bench to make. They can be made by choosing the appropriate plans in the pause menu, where you can also refer to all of your sim's plans. Remember, the more resources your sim gathers and the more skills they acquire, the more items they can create. Survival tip. The ashes from a burnt-out fire pit are good for farming. Once you've unlocked the plan for cultivable soil and your sim collects enough ash, You can place individual plots of soil where your sim can grow fruits and vegetables. Didn't know that. Cooking meals. Once your sim has fire and food, they can prepare meals. To get your sim cooking, approach a fire pit and choose Cook Meal. Then choose an ingredient. You can cook with between 2 and 4 ingredients on a stove, depending on how advanced it is. The ingredients your sim uses to cook determine how their food turns out, and different types of foods affect sims differently. Lastly, the more cooking skill your sim has acquired, the more satisfying their meals will be, and the less likely they are to start accidental fires while creating their island cuisine. Survival tip. It goes without saying that fires are well flammable. Keep any items that your sim wouldn't want torched away from that open flame. Weather ahoy. Ah, the gorgeous days of blue skies and sunshine. That's island living. Unfortunately, there's another side to weather in the tropics, and it's not always as pleasant. While it may be balmy and mild one day, the next could bring tropical storms or even a hurricane, so beware and prepare for less than idyllic conditions. Survival tip. The weather can have seriously damaging effects on your sim's stuff. Keeping prized possessions under shelter helps, and shelters made from more durable materials fare better in rough weather than those made with weaker stuff. I think that's probably why I liked this game so much, because these are normal Sims games, especially on the PlayStation, you can't do any of those things. Like there's no weather, it's just sunny. I'm trying to think. No, that's not true. The Sims 2, the Platinum one especially, you could do it. Well, it would rain occasionally because suddenly this umbrella would just appear above the head. I wonder if the Sims 2 Pets was like that as well. It's a little hint to the next one for you. I can't remember now, but I know on the computer. I don't think it rained on the Sims 3 on the computer version. I ever remember it raining on there actually. I think because you can buy expansion packs for the computer games, and then you can get like seasons or whatever. Which I've never ever bought an expansion pack. There's so many that I just think, oh, I'd love that, but I just never put any money into it. But that's where this game was cool, because it kind of kept it real almost. You know what I mean? Home Sweet Home. As your sim accomplishes more goals, they can access new plans that will enable them to craft even bigger projects, such as a shelter. Some building plans offer components that you can piece together into your own design, while more advanced plans provide pre-made structures. Home locations, okay. Your sim can make camp in any of the different areas of the map that they visit. Sims who are part of a tribe can declare one of those camps as their home. This is then the place where Sims will bring the resources they gather and return to when they need a rest. To make a location your home, you must have 2 things, a fire and a home tiki torch. Once your sim has built a fire, select the fire and choose Build Home Tiki. Then select the torch and choose Declare Home. You can change the home location at any time by performing the same action on a home tiki torch in another location, but you can only designate one location as home at a time. It's a tribal thing. Ooh. If your sim meets up with other sims, they can try to develop good relationships with them, and if your sim likes them enough, they might even want to form a tribe. If your sim forms a tribe that enables you to control the other sims, you can change the controlled sim by Tribes not only provide sims with much needed social interaction, but allow sims to specialise at different jobs, utilising their strengths to benefit the entire group. To ask another sim to join a tribe, select the other sim and choose Special, and then ask to join tribe from the available actions. The 2 sims must have a good relationship, or you won't have that option. I apologise, I feel like I sound a bit nasally today, but I think it's hay fever. I shouldn't sound surprised really, time of year and everything, so I think it is, but sneezing all the time, which is really annoying, but my throat keeps going funny, and yeah, I feel like I sound a bit, I don't know, nasal. Okay, we've just got a couple more games. So this one is another Spyro game, which I've never ever played this one. It's kind of one I didn't realise we'd got. I was aware my brother had bought another one, but didn't realise it was for the PlayStation. The Legend of Spyro, A New Beginning. Unleash the true dragon within you. When Spyro, a young dragon, leaves his home in search of the truth about his past, he finds a shocking discovery. The fate of the world rests on his wings. In a race against time, Spyro must realise his destiny and unlock the explosive powers that lie within if he is to put an end to the mysterious black dragon, Cinder. Join Spyro on this epic quest of intense action, featuring the voice talents of Elijah Wood, David Spade and Gary Oldman. Oh my god, that's so cool. Bit of Frodo, a bit of Sirius Black in there. I'm not sure who David Spade is at the top of my head. It's pretty awesome. There's two of my favourite film, I was going to say trilogies then, but you know, film series. Harry Potter is definitely not a trilogy. Devastating fury attacks, air and ground melee combat, and powerful upgradable breaths. I would assume fire, ice. That's pretty cool though. And then on that side, it's not particularly exciting. Like for a cover of a game, it doesn't strike me as a wow, look at that one. But it's pretty cool. And then you've got all the. It's got a brief introduction, like intro into the actual storyline in there. And instructions. We could read that. The legend begins. In the year of the dragon, in a world beyond the realms, the Guardians awaited the birth of a purple dragon, destined to restore balance to the world. But the Dark Master knew of this as well, and sent forth a legion of his minions to destroy the Dragon Temple and prevent the birth of this special dragon. Several years later, when Spyro, as a young dragon, leaves his home in search of the truth about his past, he makes a shocking discovery. The future of the world rests on his wings. In a race against time, Spyro must realise his destiny and learn what it takes to be a hero if he is to stop the Dark Master's latest creation, Cinder. Oh my gosh. I didn't realise that was a game. I'm not quite sure how that could be a game. Say that, but then Shrek was a game, so yeah, bit of a weird one. Anyway, there we go. And finally for you, I have another Star Wars one, which is Star Wars the Second, the original trilogy, the Lego Star Wars again. Build and battle through the original trilogy. Play through a fun Star Wars galaxy that combines the endless customization of Lego with the epic story from Star Wars episodes 5 and 6. Might be 4 and 5. Oh, I can't read Roman numerals. Not like, yeah. No, that's 4 and 5. I'm quite sure that's 4 and 5. I always get confused with different. Some of them you can look at and you think, oh yeah, I know that one. But this one is. Show. Just to say, sorry, it's a bit embarrassing, but build and ride vehicles. Build and ride classic Star Wars vehicles and get in and out to explore. Mix and match characters. Create and customise your own characters in millions of different ways. And play with a buddy. Drop in or drop out. Co-op lets a friend join in or leave at any time in any level. I've done that's one we used to do together. I've probably said that about the Indiana one. I know my brother and sister used to play that together. But yeah, Star Wars, it's quite fun because you can work together. But I love the mix and match thing. I can remember my brother and sister actually playing for hours, just creating really bonkers combination of things. So like, because as you go up the levels, you unlock new sort of parts to different characters. So it'd be the head of Jojo Binks, whatever his name is. Yeah, and then like Darth's body, and then yeah, Chewie's feet and stuff like that. Okay, let's look at the contents. Oh, so it's in colour. Oh, wicked! This is a bit of fun. Look at that. Gosh, they went all out on this one. So we've got greetings. I am C3PO. Human-cyborg relations. Hopefully you don't expect me to defend you against hostiles. I am after all only a protocol droid and not programmed to engage in such harrowing activities. I'm not invincible, but I can offer some assistance by being your guide. I have taken spotless notes during my journeys, most of which I think will come in handy on your very own adventures. Consider them tips and general observations on how I experienced the galaxy during some rather troubling situations. The LEGO Star Wars universe can be frightfully dangerous. However, I take no responsibility if any of my suggestions result in loss of a plastic lip. I have included many suggestions made by my dear friend R2D2, sometimes against my better judgment, so it would only seem fair to address all grievances care of him. Sincerely, C3PO. But this is pretty cool. Some pretty cool artwork in there. Screenshots. Welcome to the Mos Eisley Cantina. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's got the oh, I can't remember the name of the music. Oh, I was going to hum it, then I thought, no, I changed my mind, sorry. I'm not that brave. That's pretty awesome. And then that's how you get to all your different levels, and then you get the doors, and then yeah. And you've got your people in bubbles, and that's how you choose which character you want, and like, you can change the bits about them and stuff. But for example, it is detailed there for you, all on the bottom. But yeah, it's got all the... Your journey begins in a rather dubious, despite Han Solo's opinions to the contrary, watering hole. However, I must insist that you purchase your own drinks. Droids are not made of credits, you know. Starting off, you'll be in control of the lovely Princess Leia, along with her companion Captain Antilles, who seems to follow her almost everywhere, and he doesn't even break a sweat. Go ahead, tease the eager fellow by touring him around the cantina. Risky. Carryover characters, gameplay modes, free play, the basics. Oh, I might have to play this again, you know. It's a very good game. You've got lightsabers, blasters, droids. Special abilities, you have the Force and building and grappling. Hover and jetpack. Oh, I don't think I ever played with a jetpack, did I? Sounds fun. Collectibles, you have Lego studs. Should your character fall apart, you'll drop a portion of the Lego studs you collected during that chapter. Do please be more careful next time. Oh god. Dear. Pausing your progress. Character checklist. Oh, that's a cool idea. Oh my god. So these are all the characters on that page, and then there's more on that one as well. And they have little boxes underneath, so you can tick them off as and when you've unlocked them. That's pretty cool. And then we've got all the credits. Oh my gosh. And all the other bits, and then adverts. Oh, the Lego that you can actually buy to do. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's got the Jabba's sail barge. I didn't realise that's what it was called. You can actually buy Jabba as well. Notes pages. I swear there was... Oh. Must have been that. I thought there was another page. But, yeah. So, that looks like an awesome game. I've played the other one. But this one... I think I played this one as well. But I've played the other one more recently. But this one looks better, actually. It just looks like it's more... I don't know, it just looks better. I'll show you the back of it. There's the back. That's cool. Okay, so those are all the games that I have for you today. I thought I'd break up the last bundle, what we had, into 2 videos, just because it's quite a lot. Yeah, so I look forward to seeing you next time and showing you the next collection. I did mix them up so that it was a bit of everything. I thought if I have, mix up a bit of everything, But yeah, anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Alright, see you soon.